Hey okay sir, welcome back to the Tavern Trouble update. Well, I already tapped the thumbs up. This next prize is going to be, as you can see in front of you there, with a dialogue bubble, Colette. It's the only character of this short update, and I'm really excited to see if maybe they'll have a voice or not. They're from quite an older episode, so it's possible they could be voiced by one of the main cast members, we'll see. Homer, you won't blend in at all dressed like Robin Hood. I knew I should have worn that costume from Cats. A tail isn't much of a disguise. Look, I'm solid green. I'm basically camouflage. I'll blend right in. Walks in the mows. Hey Carl, get a load of the subject of two recent big budget action flops. Robin Hood with Russell Crowe, and Robin Hood with the guy who played Elton John. I don't know how I missed the entire bubble, but okay. I think you're in the wrong place, fella. The Renaissance Fair's that way. Look, new guy, there ain't no discounts on drinks for dressing up in green spandex over here. Unless you're that green man who shows up to Phillies' games. Always wanted to meet that guy. They don't recognize me at all. Did you say that out loud, you bonehead? What'd you say? I'll take 2 duffs. That didn't sound at all what you just said previously, but sure thing, 2 duffs coming right up.
Hey, it's Whitby!
I failed as an actress in Hollywood. Now, I'm in Springfield. Colette. And just missing the real money Homer Simpson character. Pray tell, do any of you fine gentlemen know one Homer J. Simpson? I hear he's a famous patron of this establishment. He don't drink here no more. Sad burp. It was a whole thing. Words were said that maybe shouldn't have been said, so he's dead to us. I see. Well, I'll just be on my way then. So is this primo bar stool now available for me to sit on? Pulls out shotgun. That's far enough. You let your keister touch that stool, you'll be eaten through a straw for the rest of your days. It belongs to a legend, the greatest barfly who ever lived in this garbage dump of a town, and the best pal a fella could ask for. Well, aside from all the times he wasn't such a great pal, but I choose to forget those times at this particular moment. Aw, Mo, come here! Ah, this creepy guy in way too tight tights is trying to hug me. Get him off! I can't believe I don't recognize him. So, Colette, let's see if you have a voice or not. Show me that voice! Rats. Oh, hello, Colette. It's nice to see you back in Springfield. How is it out in Hollywood? I tried my best to make it as an actress, but it didn't happen. I just ended up working crappy jobs. So now, I'm back home having failed at achieving my lifelong dream. So, did you audition for any famous movies? Sure. I auditioned to play Harley Quinn, Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman, Rey from Star Wars. Wow, those are really big roles. Did you really think they'd hire an unknown actress? You've got to believe in yourself, Marge. Always shoot for the stars, and in my case, Star Wars, which I didn't get. At least it let you audition. That's pretty cool. Well, I mostly cornered the casting people while they took their lunch breaks. Well, I bet the food in Hollywood was good at least. Yeah, I feel like 15 salads was barely any dressing on it. Talk about auditioning, and Marge be fascinated by Colette's stories. So then I auditioned for the lead in The Carrie Nation Story, but they cast Dash Calhoun because they said they wanted to play against type. Your life in Hollywood was so fascinating. If you consider constant rejection while working demeaning jobs fascinating, sure. Colette, a PTA group is holding a fundraiser, and it would be great to have you come speak about your experiences. Marge, no offense, but I'm not really interested in having my stereotypical failure held up for the entertainment of others. We can pay you $50. As you say in acting, a gig's a gig. Can I have $50? We have an amazing lineup for this PTA fundraiser, folks. This is a group of people who have all made their dreams come true. Yeah, if your dream was to be a dog walker to the stars. It's true. I'd like to introduce Tabitha Vicks. I don't know how I ended up at this school function thing, but here's Randall Wolfcastle. I'm more famous than Amos. And lastly, Colette, whose last name I do not know. Look guys, I'm not a success story. I spend more time removing Adam, Mame, shells for people like Tabitha Vicks than actually working with them. Eating off bean is barbaric. Look, as a famous star at this event, I will now take up all the remaining time, telling the same stories I've already shared on late night shows and podcasts. Quiet, muscle boy, you want to hear Colette's story. Interesting, so why exactly? I have no idea, but go tell celebrity stories.
I'll be back. Here, waiting.
And Rain in a Wolf Castle won't eat a steak if the gravy from his mashed potatoes makes contact with it. I thought I made all my waiters sign NDAs. What a crazy life you've led in Hollywood. I mean, that is true. She may not have been an actress, but she has a hell of a lot of stories you can tell. And that's the reason I'm permanently banned from Madison Square Garden. Thank you for that fascinating story, Krusty. Now I want a big Opal show welcome for our next guest, Springfield's latest celebrity sensation, Colette. Thanks, Opal. All this attention still feels pretty foreign to me. Colette, people are fascinated by your unique and highly original experience of trying to make it in Hollywood and falling flat on your face, then having to move back home. It's sort of a story as old as time. These are the stories that need to be told, Colette, and everyone loves the way you're telling it. Well, I mean, it is all true what people say about Hollywood. It's brutal, and no one ever really makes it. What do you mean by that? Like, take a look at Krusty here. After all of his success, you think he'd be happier, but he's just as obsessed and self-absorbed as ever. Is that what people think about me? I'm calling my agent, manager, publicist, and blue-haired lawyer. See? And that's a straight white man in Hollywood who has it easy. People are fascinated by her failures. It seems like she's not very happy about it. So hopefully she can turn that frown upside down, because I want to see her happy. And that's how I didn't get the role in Power Rangers the movie. My goodness, I'm shocked. Me too. I mean, that's crazy. On that note, I want everyone in our audience to check under their seats because Colette has graciously gifted everyone a link to her Venmo account because she's in a lot of credit card debt and needs the money. Cheering. Wait, what? Wow, so she's so popular that she's gonna get out of her debt. Colette, I'm super excited to be working with you on a live-action feature based on your unusual and surprising story of trying to make it in Hollywood. I really don't think it's that surprising. So modest. I love it. Now, let's start with telling your story to Brandon here so he can write the screenplay. Actually, my name is Jeremy. Oh, I didn't mean to hire you. I thought you were Brandon. Well, I'm sure you'll do a good job. So, my dad was always busy with work, and my mom was always busy taking care of him. I tried to get his attention by putting on little plays where I'd pretend to be a princess. All he cared about was watching football, so then I'd cut the power from the house and then do the plays. So it looks like nobody cares about her story, her life story. They only care about the Hollywood stuff.
We think you're super talented.
Colette, I'm going to stop you right there. Everything in your life aside from when you were in Hollywood is boring and terrible. Let's start with when you arrived in Hollywood after hitchhiking with the man you later learned was a serial killer. What? That's not what happened. I just drove my car to Hollywood. Boring. Serial killer. I can work with that. It pretty much writes itself. Then in that case, you're fired. Someone bring in Brandon and get him to do it for half. Who's Brandon? People, it is exciting to be here for the press conference announcing Colette, starring in the movie that will be based on her life, as Springfield Star is born. Gosh, I'm so excited to be here, Opal. Colette, you're the best. We love you. Not so fast, kids. Kent Brockman here with breaking news. In a Channel 6 exclusive, we have learned that while in Hollywood, Colette shot a tourism commercial for Shelbyville. Gasp. Wait, I can explain. I was desperate for money. Let's roll the tape. Want to get away from it all while in a town steeped in good old-fashioned American charm, but without the burning tire fires and toxic lakes? Then visit scenic Shelbyville for the delightful vacation of a lifetime. And be sure to take Interstate 72 on your way to avoid Springfield. Colette, You're the worst. We hate you. Oh, Colette was so close. So close. And now it's over. And we get our first animation, explain her past mistakes. Let's see how this plays out. As soon as you move away from Bart's moon mansion. Whoa, no! So she's trying to tell her story, then there's this is all this garbage being hurled at her. Bottles and paper and a tomato on her head. Opal, you understand, right? Honey, I don't even know who you are anymore. But I needed the money. I hate Shelbyville. Sweetie, you're done in this town. Now what do I do? Allow me to buy the documentary rights to the story of your fall from grace. People eat stuff like that up on streaming. On one condition. Okay, you can star in it. Great! I was just going to ask to have approval on what the poster looks like. And there we go! The full walkthrough for Colette with no last name. And of course, I am not done yet. There's one more animation to look at. Let's see if we can figure it out. So grab a quick cup of coffee before work. Explain our past mistakes which we've seen. Look for an acting gig. Work a double shift, which is a 24-hour quest. So we're just going to wait for her to get to the road. And then she can work that double shift. Whoa! She's trying to balance champagne. At least she's actually doing a waitress animation. Because in the episode, that's what she does, right? So at least this one's on point. The other one, though, not so much. Oh, there we go. Now she's walking. So unfortunately, Colette does not have a voice. I do enjoy both the animations. I think they're pretty great. This one, I think, is a little bit more accurate, as I said, like from the show. Doesn't come with anything, but I mean, it's a free character, right? As long as you do the update, you'll get the character. And they're pretty classic as well, nostalgic. Even though they play a small part, they're in a classic episode, which makes them awesome. So let me know down below what you think of Colette, and I will see you with the final prize to wrap up the Tavern Trouble updates. Actually, maybe there's some premium stuff as well. We'll have to see. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright everybody.